What's up, everybody? It's DarknDorky here from Games in Real Life, coming at you with a real life broadcast. Real life, kinda, I guess. Real life broadcast coming at you right now. Isn't that exciting? It's been almost a month. I know all 20 of you have missed me. Maybe more. I don't know. I haven't really checked. I'm bad creator. I'm a bad creator. Anyways. So, today I'm coming at you with a conspiracy of sorts. A Pokéspiracy, to be exact. And my Pokéspiracy is kind of unique, and I don't think I've really heard it anywhere before, so I'm claiming it as my own. Property of Games in Real Life. Copyright, patent pending, rights reserved. Put all the little things up on the screen here. Anyways, clear all that crap away. My Pokéspiracy today is about 4 Pokemon. Paras, Parasect, Dwebble, and Crustle. I can't believe I got it right. You have no idea how many times I had to rehearse saying Dwebble and Crustle. It's so hard to remember those two. Anyways, back to it. So, what's Pokéspiracy about? Why is it so unique? And how the heck have I not heard this anywhere before? It's got to be somewhere out there, right? Well, no, I'm claiming this one as mine, like I said. So, what does it have to do with these 4 Pokemon? Let's start with Paras and Parasect here. Get some ground level going on. Paras and Parasect, in their Pokedex entries, it flat out says that it is a mushroom infecting a Pokemon. It's not really the orange thing that you should be looking at. That's not really the Pokemon. It's the little one-up mushroom coming out of the top of its head. Pretty neat, right? And also kind of morbid. And this stuff actually does happen in nature. It happens to snails.
A snail has eaten parasites. They've turned it into a zombie.
There's a certain virus, bacteria, I think it's a parasite to be exact, that incubates in the bellies of birds, comes out in their poop, and then Mr. Snail comes up to eat said poop. Mr. Snail then incubates these little babies further, and then they mature and they push their way up into their eye stalks and turn them into these big, pulsing, disgusting things. Yeah, that's right. Have fun with that, internet. Pulsating friggin' eye stalks. So, the pulsating eye stalks, why is that important? How is that a zombie? Well, these parasites, they override the survival instinct of the snails, and it pretty much drives them to unalive themselves by climbing up to the top, topmost parts of plants where normally they would hide from and not be seen at all, and pretty much wait there for birds to eat them, peck out their eye stalks. The poor snails seldom survive from this. So what does that have to do with the Pokemon here? Well, that kind of just explains what Paras is going through, or if that's even his real name. And I will get to that real quick here. So the mushroom is Paras, and same with Parasect. Parasect isn't the orange thing underneath. Parasect is straight up the big ass red mushroom sticking out on top of the little orange crab creature. Which brings me to our 2 unfortunate crab friends, Dwebble and Crustle. So you actually get to see them outside of their shells. In the anime, you get to see them come outside of their shells. The first one is with Dwebble when he's trying to make himself a new home out of the rocks and pebbles, and shows him doing that by regurgitating various lovely bioacids and stomach bleh all over the rock just to burrow a hole into it so he can make it his cute little home, which in my opinion is actually kind of cool and pretty realistic in terms of nature. Of course, not with rock, if there was a hunk of wood and there was a crab out there that could regurgitate acid and somebody told me that, I'd subscribe to it right away, because it just makes sense. Termites kind of do that. Right? So, seeing as you see them outside of their shells, or their rocks, rather, looking for a new house, well, when else would you see a hermit crab come out of its shell? Well, hermit crabs will come out of their shells, if it, I'm just gonna go ahead and say if they're very, very depressed, if they're very, very infected with something, or if they're just very uncomfortable, so they'll ditch their shells. And sometimes, most of the time, they'll get picked up by a flying predator, because that's how in nature do. They get driven to unalive themselves, and here comes Mr. Bird. Ah! Now, why is that important to this? Well, the hermit crab is outside of its shell, and a mushroom started growing on top of it. Got so big that it's considered an evolution. Just some food for thought. I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm not saying that I have contacted anybody from Pokemon or Game Freak, Nintendo, any of the sources to find this information. But has anybody ever thought to come to think, what is Paras really? If Paras is the mushroom, then what's the Pokemon that it's kind of stringing along? What is the corpse that's attached to it? It's not the first time that's happened in Pokemon.
The first time that's happened in Pokemon.
Not the first time that's happened in Pokemon. Look at Slowking. Not like regular Slowking, Galarian Slowking. Galarian Slowking, it pretty much straight up says that Slowking is super brain dead, and the shelter that's attached to his head is actually in control. And that's why it's a spooky hex Pokemon, and it sits there and utters unintelligible hexes and curses underneath of its breath. Pretty cool, but again, there's another example of Pokemon stringing along a corpse just for fun. You're welcome! Well, anyways, that's it for tonight's episode of Games in Real Life with DarknDorky in real life. If you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, leave a little dingle on the bell there. Yeah, that's right, leave a dingle on the bell. Dingle the little bell if you are interested in seeing our next episode when it comes out there. I'm hoping to get our schedule back in wraps for every week, if not every 2 weeks or so. We'll be coming out with a new episode. And again, thank you so much for watching this week, and you have an awesome night. Nom 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 nom. Cut the frame. Cut the